living a simple life, something out those aches and pains from working on the farm.
Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Farms. Hey, before I get on to tonight's video, don't forget I've got a second channel, Farpoint Farms Restorations and Repairs, and a website, farpointfarms.com. Hope you'll hang out with me over at those two locations as well. This is a new, super cool item. These things used to cost a gazillion dollars just a few years ago, and now it's within the grasp of people like you and me. This is a new product from Vavor. It is a thermal imager. Yeah, an actual thermal imager. These things, like I said, they were like 4, 5, 6, 7 grand, and now, less than $400 you can own one of these. Let's check it out. Yeah, the Vavor thermal imager. And you're going to ask yourself, why would I need a thermal imager? I'm going to get into some of that, and you'll definitely see this in the future on my other channel as well. The SC240M from Vavor. Now go ahead and open it up. Looks like it also comes with a nice carry bag, which I'm going to use for it instead of this box, so I can put it in my toolbox. So we'll get this out of here. Well, so, I'm going to start off with the conventional uses. Automotive uses, right? I can detect misfires. I can do a lot of stuff with exhaust leaks, intake leaks, stuff like that, using a thermal imager to figure out which cylinder is not working properly, too hot or too cold. I can check for hot spots if I have a clogged radiator. I can do stuff like that. For a house, hey, how about where is all my heat going? You can zap your wall. Look at your walls. Oh, there's a cold spot. Something's going on there. Maybe we have some lost insulation, gaps around windows. You're going to see your outlet covers 50 degrees cooler than the rest of the house, that kind of stuff. Well, maybe not 50 degrees, but you know what I mean. So there are a ton of uses. And then, of course, that's very nice of them to do that. So they included a nice Kingston, which is a high brand, 64 gigabyte card. I'm not sure that comes with all of them, but that's pretty awesome if it does. So we got calibration certificates, thermal handheld camera, 11, 20, and 22, so it's fairly recent. And we have our manual, right? Digital camera, infrared lens, LED, thermal image capture, screen, photo library, the works. Notes for safe use. Do not shake device violently. That sounds pretty darn reasonable. Please take good care of it, right? So this does, they have two models. One is just a thermal imager. One also takes pictures and records videos. So now let's get into the unusual uses for this. You may have seen this on TV. A lot of people, a lot of ghost hunters are using these things to try to track extra perceptional life, life that does exist out of our plane of existence. And some people say that they have great luck catching figures that you can't see but leave a very unique trace in the outline. So I'm going to play with that as well. Why not? You could also use it for nighttime uses, looking out into a field you can't see. Well, you can see with this booger. The Vavor thermal imager. Nice. I'm going to peel that off. Hopefully that allows us to see a little bit better with it. We've got a stand, so you can literally mount this thing on a tripod like the one that this camera's on right now. All right, let's go ahead and turn it on. Hopefully it's powered up. I wonder if it has enough of a charge. Oh, maybe it doesn't have a charge. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's give it a second. Vavor's booting up. Now I don't have the chip in, so I can't record. Have you ever noticed that my hands shake? My coworkers think it's because I'm always angry, which I am always angry. But I actually have some medical issues that are causing my hands to shake. So sometimes when I'm doing something and I look like that, it's completely out of my control, so I apologize for that. All right, language selection. Let's go ahead. We'll hit, let's see, enter, I guess. Boom. There we go. Look at this. We can set our date and time. It is 2023. Oh, yeah, we're already rocking and rolling. Look at this. Oh, man, this is going to be hard to film, though, isn't it? Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I might take this off of the tripod, but let's take a look at our outlet here. Right, here's a spot. What if I had a cord? What if I had a component that was failing, right? Right now, everything looks good. Let's take a look, however. Oh, yeah, look at this. Do you see the heat coming off of that? Here's a radio, right? You can see it's got a little bit of warmth to it, but not much. But when you move over to our two power supplies, those 20-amp power supplies, well, guess what? We got some definite warmth. Right? Above it, a smaller 3-amp power supply is powered up. Let me turn I can go up a little bit. There you go. All right, so our radio, it doesn't have hardly anything going on. It was on earlier today, but it's cooling off. Cool. Okay, we're going to start with the floor. You can see concrete is nice and cold. You can see the purple, right? We come up and we start seeing heat. And it's giving us temperatures in Celsius right now, max, minimum, right? And I imagine there's a way to change that, but I just want to show this thing off like this, the way it is here right out of the box. We start going up and you're going to see more heat along this wall because that's a wall. Right there it's kind of cool, but as we get towards that crack, well, now I'm seeing the heat coming in through that crack there, if you can see it with me. And I know this is tough for me to track this and do this all at the same time, but I'm trying. Then, of course, our light bulb. Let's go ahead and hit the light bulb, and you can see 105 Celsius, 101 Celsius. So you're aiming it right at your item. You're like, oh, that's hot. Let's see what else we can find. Okay, here we are. We're pointing it directly at my toolbox, which should be room temperature. But if you go up and you point it at that, what is that heat right there? Well, that little dot right there is the charging unit here on the battery-powered jump box that I have over here. You see what I mean? So it's showing up. Let's go outside and take a look at an engine. This engine's been sitting for about an hour, but it'd still be interesting to see where the heat's dissipation is. Let's do that. All right, but this engine's only been sitting for about an hour, so check out the glow on this. All right, 160 degrees, 157. You can see the warm spots. You can see the cool spots. All right, so what I'm showing you here and what I'm going through here with you is like nothing compared to what it's capable of. This thing can be used for a lot of things. What you're looking at is your minimum maximum scale. So you're like, well, that's orange and that's blue, but that's room temperature. You just showed me something super hot. You have min and max, and you have the ability to change this to an even higher scale if you want to. And I can push the trigger here and save a photo. So I can do that. I'll go ahead and save that. And let's get into settings here and I'll show you that. So we have auto power off.